An Introduction to Internet of Things, presented by the following members. What is the Internet of Things? Internet of Things, IoT, refers to any device that has the ability to connect to the Internet. For example, something as simple as a light bulb that can be turned on or off from a device using any kind of network connection, wired or wireless, is an IoT device. Or something as complicated as a pilotless fighter jet that is controlled through Wi-Fi and shares all collected data to a cloud. The IoT has taken control over 8 billion devices and is projected to reach 30 billion devices by 2020. Various industries such as medical, transportation, manufacturing, agriculture, architecture, and etc. are influenced and are making use of these devices. This is because these devices are becoming more efficient and more reliable, considering all their data is logged to cloud networks for developers to fix issues and push updates at a much quicker rate. What is the Internet of Things? Continued. There are already more connected devices than there are people in the world. As mentioned before, around 8.4 billion IoT devices were in use in 2017. The key benefits to the IoT is that businesses will have transparency over their products and be able to collect more data on the product. This will lead to better innovation of the devices and tailor the experience profoundly for the customer. As of now, manufacturers have started adding chips and sensors to their products so that they can transmit data back and forth and see how they are performing. Real-time data collection and analysis will allow devices to be more responsive and safe. Smart grids for basic utilities such as electricity, gas, and water will incorporate IoT and benefit society as a whole. As per consumer, the drawback to all devices being connected is personal privacy. Companies will have more access to your personal lives since real-time data on the environment of the device will be transparent within the company. As a consumer, you must make the decision whether you are comfortable with transparency with a corporation. There can also be major real-world consequences when it comes to cybersecurity. The infrastructure of the IoT will have to be buffed to ensure that security is at its best. If consumers are willing to accept cybersecurity and privacy trade-offs, the IoT will become one of the hottest markets in the world. Who are major promoters of IoT? The Internet of Things is promoted by various organizations and groups with vested interests and benefits of the technology. The following companies are heavily involved in IoT and have the most valuable stock in the industry: Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, and Apple. Microsoft, like its competitors, wants to make Windows the most widely used operating system for Internet of Things devices and development. Microsoft leverages its cloud technologies, its OS, and its numerous devices to further this goal. Additionally, Microsoft is heavily invested in creating and expanding a developer platform. This platform makes it simpler for industry professionals to research, develop Internet of Things systems, devices, and services with Microsoft behind the scenes. There are also several industries that stand to benefit greatly from the expansion of the Internet of Things. Healthcare is already being revolutionized by companies like Apple, who can collect health data through wearable devices that are network integrated and can share data in real time to healthcare providers and other concerned parties, including patients themselves. Smart cities are also a huge trend that utilize Internet of Things devices. By monitoring city infrastructure in real time, cities and public services agencies can better understand how their cities work and how flows of people, traffic, and energy can be optimized. Agriculture is another industry that is gigantic in its reach and influence that can benefit from IoT. By monitoring produce and food processing closely, agriculture can be more effective and more efficient in bringing people the food and supplies they need while minimizing grower loss. These are not the only industries that can gain from IoT, but they are some of the front runners. This graph shows the other IoT sectors are garnering the most funding research, innovation, and Internet of Things integration. These industries all have potentially unlimited opportunities to growth in the Internet of Things era. Who are the major promoters of this technology? Continued. At consumer level, IoT devices can easily be found and purchased in a variety of stores and websites such as Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Fry's Electronics, and Amazon. The most prominent promoters of IoT devices are Google, Amazon, Samsung, and Apple. Google, Amazon, and Apple have each created their own voice-activated smart assistant for consumers to use in their homes. These smart assistants also act as a hub to connect and communicate with other IoT devices within the home, such as security cameras, smart sensors, and smartphones. Arlo, Nest, and Ring are the major producers of smart security cameras and home security systems, which work in tandem with smart assistants produced by major companies mentioned before. Internet service providers and companies that create home Wi-Fi routers are the backbone for IoT systems in homes. Companies like Spectrum provide internet service to your house, and routers created by Netgear create a powerful enough signal to support all the smart devices in your home. The major promoters of IoT technology, Google, Amazon, and Apple, lead the industry with popularity of their products, which allows other companies such as Arlo, Nest, and Ring to create smart devices which use existing smart systems in homes to create a smart home ecosystem for general consumers to enjoy. What are the open source projects that promote the Internet of Things? There are a lot of open source projects that are being promoted for Internet of Things. For example, Embed OS, Device Hive, Eclipse Cura, ThinkSpeak, Zeta, and OpenThread. The Embed OS is based on the 32-bit ARM Cortex-M microcontroller, and the project is collaborated with ARM Holdings. ARM Holdings is a British multinational semiconductor and software design company. A person can develop an application for the Embed platform by using the online IDE. The project would be compiled on the cloud using the ARM CC C++ compiler. With this, people can share their code with the Mercurial version control. If you are interested more on the ARM Embed OS, there is an upcoming event called ARM Embed Connect on October 16, 2018 in San Jose. The next open source project that promotes IoT is called Device Hive. Device Hive is a framework for machine-to-machine communication. A person can connect any device, such as an API, which is supported by libraries written in different languages. The Device Hive API is the central part of the framework, which allows different components to interact with each other. API provides access to information about registered components in the system and allows them to exchange messages in real time. The next open source project that promotes IoT is Eclipse Cura. Eclipse Cura is an Eclipse IoT project that provides a platform for building IoT gateways. The framework is based on Java and offers API access to hardware interfaces of IoT gateways such as serial ports, GPS, and GPIOs. Cura provides a web-based user interface for administration and management of the IoT. The console allows a person to monitor the gateway status, manage network, and manage the installed application and services. What are open source projects that promote the Internet of Things? Continued. Another open source project that promotes the Internet of Things is ThingSpeak. ThingSpeak is an IoT analytics platform service that allows you to analyze live data streams in the cloud. It provides instant visualizations of data posted by your devices to ThingSpeak. Executing MATLAB code in ThingSpeak can perform these online analysis as data is coming in. Supported languages include Ruby, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Zeta is an open source platform built on Node.js for creating IoT servers that run across computers and the cloud. It combines REST APIs, WebSockets, and reactive programming. Since it runs on the cloud, Zeta can link Raspberry Pis, BeagleBones, and PCs together with cloud platforms to create networks. Supported languages include JavaScript and Shell. The last open source project that promotes IoT that we would like to talk about is OpenThread. OpenThread is designed to connect products around the home into low-power wireless networks. The project is led by Nest Labs to accelerate development of products for smart homes. It makes the device-to-device connection simple, secure, and reliable using an IPv6 networking protocol. The supported languages are C++, Python, C, Makefile, M4, and C#. What are your group's comments and thoughts? The IoT is a very useful system that is making the lives of humans easier. It helps automate things, which helps with the response time of humans in case of emergencies. For example, if there is an unknown leak that is poisoning the water we drink, there is equipment set up to detect this and report the data back to the headquarters to let the public know. It can help with patients at a hospital to monitor blood pressure levels or heart rate and notify the nurses if any of the levels become dangerous. As good as these devices can be, as they become more common in our lives, security could be an issue. If the front door of your house is part of the IoT, it's great to unlock your door with your phone and create virtual keys for your family members. However, if your phone or your front door gets stolen or hacked, this creates a dangerous problem. Along with the advancement in IoT technology comes ethical and legal issues regarding data privacy and security. Large companies such as Google and Amazon have a responsibility to protect their customers' data in a secure and ethical way. IoT is changing the field of computer science and engineering at a rapid pace, which presents new ethical and social issues regarding the use of these devices. Listed in the following 2 pages are our references used for this.